Hi Floss Tube, it's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Um, Today is a day. You're not going to see it on the same day that I'm filming it, so it doesn't really matter what day it is, but it is a day. It is a Monday. It is the 10th of June. I can't believe it's already the 10th of June. I thought I would pop in for just a quick few minutes. I'll probably add to the video maybe next weekend. Plane's going over. I just thought I'd pop in and show you progress on my stitching, and then talk for a couple minutes maybe, and we can go from there, see what happens. So, how was your weekend? Sorry, I had to burp. How was your weekend? Mine was good. It was kind of crazy. Abby and the kids came Saturday, so we had stitching at the shop on Saturday. The stitchers are there until 3, but the shop closes at 2. We had a little, I'm feeling really guilty about it too. I had someone call at, 10 after 2 because they couldn't get in the building. The door locks, just for those of you who don't know, the exterior doors lock at 2. But I allow the stitchers to stay until 3, and in that last hour is when I'm, they have to purchase their stuff prior to 2 o'clock, because then I'm closing down the cash drawer, getting ready for videos. Sometimes I even get to sit down and talk to them a little bit, but mostly I'm trying to close down the shop, clean it up a little bit from the week, and they gradually, between 2 and 3, they leave, but the shop itself is actually closed at 2. So I got that done. It took me a little while. I was doing some fabric for Chart of the Day video, so I was working on that. Anyway, I had some people come to the door and they couldn't get in, and feel bad for not letting them in, but I'd already shut everything down. So I apologize. Anyway, Abby and the kids came Saturday right after I got home. I walked in the door, and then the next thing I know, the doorbell is ringing. Reese loves to ring the doorbell. And she doesn't do it just once. It's ding, 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 ding. So she leans on it. So she was working. They came shortly after I got there, and they are still here. Today they're at the zoo with Dan. He took the day off so he could go to the zoo. I wanted to go to the zoo, but my ankles there's just no way I could go up and down those hills. So I stayed here and I'm making videos instead. So you're welcome. Anyway, so that it's been a busy, noisy kind of weekend. The dogs are all a little stressed, and then yesterday Adam and Marcia and the 2 girls and their 2 dogs came over, which stressed the dogs out even more. So they're all kind of basking in the peace and quiet right now, while the kids are gone. They'll be going home after they get home from the zoo. I'm sure Abby will just keep them in the car and load the car after they drop Dan off and head on down the road, because they're going to be tired. They will be tired. So anyway, how was your weekend? What did you do? We got new neighbors across the street. Can you see the house with the 2 cars? Yep, that one. We got new neighbors. We've had the same neighbor since we moved in 25 years ago, something like that. They recently had to move her to an assisted living. Abby swears she's 100 years old. I don't think she was that old. But Abby says, Mom, she was old when we moved in. She's got to be 100. I said, I don't think so. I think that your perception was she was old when we moved in because she had gray hair. But just because you have gray hair doesn't mean you're old. But she just swears she was 100 years old. So anyway, they had to move her into an assisted living. And so the house sold. Like, they listed it one day and it was sold the next. And it looks like it's a young family that's moved in. So it's been busy all weekend out there. We spent most of the weekend out here on the deck because it's been a beautiful weekend. And we know we don't have that many more before the humidity just ramps up and it gets a little miserable out here. I have a fan, but, you know, it still gets sticky. So anyway, I'm going to update you on my stitching, which progress has been made on some, but not others. I had a new start and an almost finish. I know, almost finished doesn't quite count, does it, Remy? No, it doesn't. She's upset because I squirted her with the water bottle. She was barking earlier, and now she's holding it against me. She's a little grudgy. So I had a new finish. The faded flag from October House came in. I ordered 4. And 3 of the ladies that were at stitching that day. Sorry, have a tickle. Wanted it kitted up. And then I decided I wanted to do it. So we all kind of were looking at the colors that were called for and decided that it wasn't necessarily to our taste. So we changed our color. We simplified it to 2 colors, Blacksmith Blue and from Classic Colorworks, and Cayenne from Weeks Dye Works. And then we're using whatever white we want. Some I don't think are stitching it in. Some are using ecru's, some are using white. It just kind of is depending on what they happen to have, I think. So I had mine all kitted up. We all chose the same fabric, the same flosses, and then Sue came in, and she wanted to kit it up, but of course there were only 4 charts, and there were 4 of us, so I went ahead and let her have my chart. Then before because I knew I had some more ordered, but before the new ones came in, Sherry already got hers done, and so she just passed her chart along to me so I could go ahead and get it stitched. And so this is what it looks like with our colors and our fabric. We did 36 count, and this is Tobias from Seraphim. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to make it into the long skinny pillow. I have a couple other ideas I want to play with, and I still have to do I'm not done. I still have to do my stars, because I think I'll probably do a kind of a dirty, grungy something. But I haven't quite decided what I want to do. So stay tuned for that. So that took up maybe 2 nights of stitching. And then I missed Zoom on Saturday because Abby and the kids were here, so I didn't get to Zoom. You know, the Quaker Welcome is my Zoom project that I'm currently is my Zoom project. So it didn't get as much love as it should have. But I'm going to work on it today extra. I have Zoom tonight too, and so I'll work on it tonight. But I thought I'd make up the 2 or 3 hours that I missed while everyone's away at the zoo. So basically, it's pretty. I got the bud and this. And I think that's all that I got done. I can't remember where I was the last time. So that I know for sure has been done since the last time we spoke. And so you can see the whole thing so far. It looks like that. And I am liking my colors, and you all seem to like it too. So thanks for validating me. I appreciate it. And then my peacock is coming along nicely. In fact, I can almost say I'm getting done. I'm close to being done. It's really not, but in the grand scheme of things, if you compare what I have done to what I have left, I'm almost done. We're going to go with that. So there it is. I've got quite a bit of the scroll done since the last time, and now I've got a leaf in here. I have a little more of the orange scroll in this area, and then a flower, a bud, and some more leaves. So really, we could almost say, see, we could almost say I'm almost done. I wouldn't say I'll be done this week, but the end is in sight. And I'm a little excited about it because it's so pretty. And of course, now I want to start another one. Shh, you didn't hear me say that though. So that's all I have for stitching news and information. By the time this posts, so like I said, I'll probably add a little more to it later in the week, show you some more progress. By the time this posts, I'll be on vacation, so keep that in mind. Mark it on your calendars. The shop will be closed June 23rd through the 8th. I will be back in the shop on the 9th of July. We get back on the 6th, but I need a couple days to do laundry and sleep, because not much sleep happens when we're on vacation. So that's what I know for right now. So I'm going to just call this good, and I will add more later. Good morning, almost afternoon. It's still morning here. It's probably afternoon if you live east. And it's because it's almost afternoon here. So, but it's still morning if you live west. So good morning, afternoon. It is Sunday. It is the 16th of June, and I misspoke at the end of my last portion of this video when I said I'd already be on vacation when you see this, because that's not true. I'm still here in my house, not on vacation. So I'm going to add a little bit to the previous portion, like I said I was going to, and then I will post this so it goes live tomorrow, which is Monday. And then after I'm done with this, I'm going to do a chart of the day video and then another video. So I think then I might need to do another chart of the week video so that I'm covered for while I am on vacation. because I might record while I'm up there. The lighting is really, really bad. But I might record while I'm up there. I just can't post it because there is no internet. I can use the hotspot on my phone, but I don't think that's going to work real well. So that's my plan. I hope it turns out right. So I'm just going to update you a little bit on my stitching, maybe chat a bit, and then call it good so I can make 2 more before I go downstairs and make Dan chicken and sausage gumbo and strawberry shortcake for Father's Day. Peacock has progressed quite nicely. For those of you who may or may not have seen my peacock, it looks like this. And I should be saying peacock because that's how Dan says it. And of course, if that's how Dan says it, that's how I say it. So he is progressing quite nicely. In the previous portion of the video, had almost finished the scroll part, and now I can say that I have finished the scroll, except for I've got one little bit right in here I have to fill in, a little bit of the blue up here, and then the scroll is done. And I've got 2, I had this leaf done, so I've got this leaf done, I filled in this part of the scroll, and I've started the flower. So it's not going to happen this week. It's probably going to happen when I'm on vacation, though. I'm hoping it happens when I'm on vacation, though. And then I have to decide, okay, I want to work on another whip. I mean, I want to start another thing too, but I want to do another whip, and I'm thinking it might end up being Hawk Run Hollow. So maybe if I could finish the block that I'm working on Hawk Run Hollow, and then finish the next block, I would feel like I've made some progress on it, and then I could put it away and do something else. But there's so many that I want to finish, and there's so many that I want to start. And I'm not quite sure how I want to do it. So it's going to be whatever I feel like at the time. But anyway, this is on 40 count Dulce de Leche. I didn't say that earlier, so that's my fabric, and I'm really getting excited to have him finished. So my my faded flag has gone no further this week. All I need to do is fill this in, but I don't know where my week went. It just kind of flew by, and I didn't get it done. So I may do that before I do anything else tonight, so I can call this a finish. And then I think I'm going to do giveaway for the chart and my leftover floss, because I think it's going to be plenty to finish a second one, and the piece fabric, the same piece that I'm using. So stay tuned for that. It probably won't happen in this video, probably the next one. So I got nothing done on that one. And then I did get a chance to work some on my Quaker Welcome. I did spend some time. I've been staring at the chart. Okay, let me start there. So here's the chart. And for those of you who don't know, I've always felt there was a disconnect between the bottom and the top, and so I'm kind of redoing this bottom a little bit and adding some color to it. So this table that I'm sitting at sits right next to my makeup table, which is right there. And this has been laying on top of the table all week long, and I've been staring at it as I've been putting my makeup on every day, and decided that I needed to switch it up from what I had done. So last night I spent some time. I didn't get to Zoom last night, but I spent about an hour before I went to bed kind of reworking the colors again, and I think I'm going to stick to this reworking now. But what I did get done from Zooming last Monday, hang on. Okay, can you see it? Yeah. Okay. Don't mind the string. So I finished up. I only had just the bud finished here. So I finished the stem. I finished this here, and I got all the way around here, and one leaf is what I've got done. But now that I have the colors all figured out, where I'm putting the colors, I think it'll go fairly quickly. I'm gonna maybe go back and pick up these letters, because I'm committed now. I've done enough that I'm committed to finishing it fully. So I'm probably gonna hop up here and do some more alphabet, because I don't like alphabet. So I'll do a little more alphabet and then drop back down and start adding leaves to the circle, to these leaves. They're no longer black. They are the two shades of green that are in this tree. So one's a DMC and one is Garrison Green. And then the lettering I changed to this brown color. Yeah. And then stems are black, but the leaves are going to be green, because it was too much black for me. And I like black. I have a whole bedroom whose walls are painted black. So I like black. I just felt it was just too heavy. So that's my stitching. I know it's boring when I'm not working on a lot of different things, but it is what it is. I want a few finishes of my whips. So, how did your week go? It was very quiet at the shop this week. It is summertime. People are on vacation. It always gets quiet this time of the year. So it's not like it's an unusual occurrence. It's always quiet in the summertime. So I got, excuse me. I got some things done at the shop that have needed to be done. Marcia came and took some pictures of the shop, because I still had the old pictures, the shop pictures from the old shop on the website, and it was way past time for that to change. So she came and took some photos for me, and I got those onto the website. So there's like a, what do you call it when it scrolls? The pictures scroll on the home page of the website. The pictures scroll through if you sit and watch it. There's only 12 of them. I wanted to add more, but when I tried to add more, it kind of squawked at me and said, no, don't add more. It makes it run weird. So I don't want it to run weird, so I only put 12 on there. Let's see what else happened this week. Worked on framing. Missed the deadline by 8 minutes for my Larson order. So that didn't come Thursday like I was hoping it would. It will come this coming Thursday, which probably means I won't get anything done until I get back from vacation. Because Friday we have our Biscornu finishing class on Saturday, so Friday I've got things to do to get ready for that. So I probably won't be able to do any framing prior to leaving for vacation. But I did get everything stretched that was currently in the shop at the time. I took a piece in yesterday, but that'll have to wait for after. So I have about somewhere between 15 and 20 pieces that I need to finish the framing on. And then I'm not going to say those words out loud. But I will be very happy, and I'm sure all the people that have been waiting for so long are going to be thrilled to have their framing back. A lot of them are planning to put them in to the fair. It is time to start thinking about your fair entries, whether you do your county fair or your state fair. It is fair time, so you need to go online to the website for whichever fair you're going to, because I'm assuming you're all going to enter into the fair. Yes, that's a yes, Julie. We are going to all enter the fair. Just put one piece in. If nothing else, just one piece. Dip your toe in. The judges are not there to be mean. They are there to help you improve. Which, who doesn't want to improve? And it helps to keep our art out in front of the public. You could inspire a new stitcher. You could inspire someone to come back to stitching. So it's always a good thing to enter your fair. I'm hoping to have, I don't think I'm going to get the peacock framed before I have to enter the fair. It should be done when I come back from vacation, but I have all those other people's to do, and that's more important than my own stuff. So I think I will have a couple to put in the fair. Probably going to have, well, I'll have Anna Grader, and I'll have my other bird that I just finished. And I might have my deer. Because I did get it stretched. So I may have 3. I have a couple little pillows I could put in, but I don't know that I haven't put the trim on them yet, and the chances of, the likelihood of my getting the trim on them, probably slim to none. So my focus is going to be on getting everyone else's stuff done, and if I happen to get something else done, great. But otherwise, I'll only have 3 this year, which is fine. That's fine. It's plenty. So I think with that, I'm going to call it good for this one, because I still have 2 others to do. I think you'll find, let's see, so I will post this one. This one will go live tomorrow, Monday the 17th. Then next week would be a chart of the week. Trying to do every other. And that one's already in the can. And then the week after would be another just regular, but it's not really going to be probably be showing what I've stitched on because, like I said, I'll be on vacation. But I think you'll enjoy it, but you're going to have to wait until it posts to see what it's about. And then somewhere in there I'll throw in that giveaway. Yeah, somewhere in there I'll throw in the giveaway. And that is going to be that. I'm going to be packing and making food. We're only going to have one refrigerator, so we have to choose our meals wisely. We're going to be eating more sandwiches this year because we're just not going to have the refrigerator space. And we don't want to run to town for ice every day. Dan wants to get some dry ice, and that might help. But so Melanie and I have been powwowing about what food to make. Kate and Ben want me to make my spaghetti. My spaghetti sauce is one my mother made when I was growing up, and it's not your typical spaghetti sauce. But it's the one I grew up with, and it's the one I love, and Ben and Kate both like it, so they requested that I make that. So I'll have to make a big batch of that to take up there. And I've got to make some taco meat to take up there. And I don't know what else. I haven't really thought about it much. But that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about. I will see you in the next video. You take care until then and get some stitching done. Bye.